Hello and welcome back to Cricket TV. मैं हूँ हेतवी पटेल. Joining with me is one and only Nikhil Morsawala. कल के मैच के बारे में बात नहीं करना है मुझे, बट करना पड़ेगा. आई डोंट नो होम एडवांटेज किसको मिला, केएल राहुल या आरसीबी को. दैट्स द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. इट ऑलमोस्ट फेल्ट लाइक दोनों अलग पिच पे खेल रहे थे. somehow आरसीबी could not get the runs in. फिल सॉल्ट कुछ अलग पिच पे खेले, केएल राहुल समथिंग एल्स, एंड देन मिडिल ऑर्डर कुछ और ही खेले थे आरसीबी के. सो इट वाज अ वेरी
Yeah, yeah, I think but
consistent.
it was a study. It was a study in I think captaincy that was different. Captaincy. So if you look at what happened in the first 5 overs of the first innings, the RCB played. I think a classic case study. You have everybody saying bat first. A friend wins the toss and says, "No, I don't want to bat first. I put RCB into bat." The first three, and then what does he do? He starts with a spin bowler. Now, now,
Yes.
now look at the beauty of the whole thing. Like we discussed, कल हमने बात लेकर ये किया था कि जो आरसीबी का जो टॉप चार प्लेयर है, they are very comfortable against pace. They are weak against spin, right? We discussed that, and I think that analysis that was carried to uh, Akshar Patel also played on his mind. So he said, let me give them the batting, but the top order is weak against spin, so let me start with spin. So great. So two things happened. One, he did the wrong, maybe did the wrong thing by at that time, at that point of time, of putting in RCB to bat. Then he did something different by saying, अब मैं स्पिनर को ले आता हूँ. तो थोड़ा सा एक लगा कि चलो कुछ तो सेंस, there is something. And then what happened in the first 3 overs? Harakiri, absolute 52 for no loss at the end of 3 overs. And you thought at that point of time that, oh my God, see, we told you, bat first, bat first, bat first, and see what you did. And then what happens? That stroke of luck, that one chance that, this is a lesson that we should put in our lives. ऊपर वाला एक चांस देता है, लेकिन वो एक चांस देने के बाद आपको उसके ऊपर कैपिटलाइज करना जरूरी है. तो आपको चांस तो दिया, विल शॉर्ट
Yes.
को आपने रन आउट कर दिया, लेकिन उसके बाद जिस तरह से ये दिल्ली के बॉलर हावी हो गए बैंगलोर के बैट्समैन पे, आई थिंक दैट वाज क्लासिक because the way then Akshar used his pace bowlers, brought them in after the power play, just around the power play, I think the fifth or the sixth. And again the fourth over. See, remember, I think it's important to study the captaincy. 3 ओवर, 52 रन, तीनों स्पिनर. चौथे ओवर में आप सोचेंगे यार बहुत हो गया, अभी पेसमैन को ले आई. नहीं, अक्षर बोले मैं मेरा दूसरा ओवर भी डालता हूँ. तो चौथे ओवर में खुद आए, फिर से आए. सेकेंड ओवर में पिट गए थे 16 रन के लिए, है ना. और उसी वजह से वो फील्ड शॉट रन आउट हुए, बिकॉज ही वाज प्लेइंग ए स्लो बॉलर. ही वाज नॉट एबल टू क्लियर द ग्राउंड. वी हैड टू टेक अ रन somehow, and that put pressure on him and Virat, and that led to the run out. He slipped, of course. That was bad luck. So I think all these things that when you watch, you realize how important captaincy is and how important aggressive captaincy is. And then back it up with action. Not that हमने सोचा कि कुछ अलग करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं.
कुछ
कुछ
भी
अलग
नहीं.
करते हैं. कुछ जो अलग करना है उसके पीछे एक एक कारण है, एक रैशनल है, जो आपके फिर बाद में एक्शन में दिखता है. और मुझे लगता है क्लासिक केस, एंड ऑल क्रेडिट टू दिल्ली. एंड माय एक्चुअली I think RCB messed up somewhere. There was no need for them to just reach 165 when they, and that too because they reached there because of Tim David
Okay.
doing the six runs in the last 3 overs. Otherwise, they were a classic 145, 150 case yesterday. So
Yeah.
bad batting, bad shot selection. Not when they had a 52 for no loss at the end of 3 overs, all they had to do was play out the remaining 17 for another 170 and do 220. But no, they had to do what they did, and I think not their day, honestly.
Not at all their day. KL Rahul ka, I think they missed the catch. They dropped the catch. Patidar
It,
dropped the catch.
it was
22.
difficult.
It
So
was difficult.
I would. It was a half. I think it was a half chance. He was running backwards. It was difficult to hold on to that. If he had, of course, it would have been a fantastic catch. And as you know, we say catches win matches. But nahi hua. So, but then the class of that man. He was toying with the bowlers. I don't know whether you saw the last 3 4 overs. Oh my God, the way he was playing Yash Dayal, the way he beat Josh Hazelwood's, I think
Yes.
17 to 6.
Yeah, like yes, I think George is about 20 runs.
Yeah, I mean, he
22.
just went ballistic. I mean, he was and the ease with which he played. I don't know, one shot of he played off Yash Dayal. He waited for the ball to come to him. I mean, he was like, "Oh no, I know what's going to happen," and then he plays a backflip, reverse sweep over the head of the wicket keeper. That was like an insult to the bowler. Say, "तू क्या तुझे पता ही नहीं है तू क्या कर रहा है मैं मुझे पता है मैं shot मार रहा हूँ." And then that bowler then bowls a wide and gives away 4 5 extra runs when only 6 are required to win. You
Yeah.
know, there are it shows lack of temperament. I told you yesterday, is a good bowler only if he has a big target in
Yeah.
given at 165. He's not the bowler to help you to win. So that also sort of, when you're 165, you need to bowlers who hold people tight, catch them and don't allow people to score runs. That didn't happen, and Rahul's class came out yesterday. My God, he was absolutely, absolutely, absolutely fluent in his batting. And I think that it is a masterclass. I think if you want young kids to understand what aggressive batting is all about, how to take a bowling attack apart, they should show yesterday's 4 overs that Rahul played towards the end. He and Stubbs, these two,
Yeah.
my God, they just took the game away completely from us.
It was them because at one point even Delhi was 39 for 3. If the bowlers had RCB bowlers had done a different had played a different game, maybe result would have been different. They were 39 for 3. एक hope मतलब आई थी कि हाँ शायद RCB will crack it since it's looking different. It's looking different than previous
You
games,
you
but
you
then
you make
again,
a very good point because RCB I think was 80 for one or something like that.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
after
हाँ.
that start at 52, they reached 80 for one or something or 95 for one, and then that complete collapse that happened
12
later on.
overs कुछ नहीं किया, 60 runs.
आई मीन 3 ओवर में 52 और फिर 17 ओवर में 113, तो आप वो गणित लगा सकते हैं कि क्या उन्होंने किया। लेकिन पता नहीं इट इम्प्लोडेड एंड वेरी अनलाइक देम एंड आई थिंक our friend Rajat Patidar needs to you know I needs to do something to come out all well blazing. I think they're a good team and his captaincy is good. I think with whatever limited resources he had, he did try his best yesterday. At 39 for three, you thought that RCB is pulling it back, but then KL Rahul's class showed, and I mean, he just tore them apart.
Definitely, yeah. It hurts, but yes, it's true. It's true.
So unbeaten record. I think Delhi 4 out of 4 and on a trot, and all of them performing and at the top of the game. I think Stubbs coming to the party is a big plus. It has unusual slot for him to play because I think he's actually a top order batsman. Doesn't come at 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah,
And I think the fact that he pushed down the order, played well yesterday for because they had to accelerate the score and he helped Rahul to do that. Rather when you have a guy like Steph doing something, Rahul himself starts opening up because the pressure goes off him because it's already, from 10 runs it became 9 and it became 8 for over required. So Rahul was able to, open his arms and do things that he could not have done otherwise and been more circumspect if Stubbs had not succeeded. तो मुझे लगता है स्टम्प दे आल्सो प्लेड अच्छा रोल towards the that he came in at a very delicate time, one more wicket and like RCB would have been
maybe,
on
yeah,
top.
things would have been shifted. Yeah.
So he didn't let that
Livingstone. Liam Livingstone, I mean, I think he needs to buck up. He needs to play because उन्होंने कुछ like even for the 4 matches that RCB has played, we haven't seen him playing up to his potential. He could be a
happen.
decent or like वो anchor कर सकते हैं, वो उनको आगे ले जा सकते हैं, but he hasn't played that role until now. And I think a
You're
middle
right.
order इनको define करना पड़ेगा. Who's coming third, fourth, fifth? It's like very inconsistent at the moment. जो भी like the situation देख के आ रहा है, so nobody is clear on what their role is in the team at the moment. So I think that clarity is also required. But yeah,
I agree.
let's
But
see.
all in all, I think disappointing outing for RCB. Again, they lose at home. Very good for Delhi. Good, not good for the table as such. Maybe RCB is sort of slipping down, but they have a long way to go yet, and they have a good team, young team. But they are shaping up well as a captain. I think very impressed with the way he is marshalling his bowling and his fielding, and I think he will turn out to be one of the more critical players for the Indian team as we go forward because as leadership skills are showing up. And I think that's so critical.
While this match, I think Rajat Patidar with Gaikwad, Ruturaj Gaikwad from
Yeah,
the
I think
CSK.
today's match, it's the same old story. You had a captain, and I don't know whether
No, he is
his el-
injured.
I
He's
don't
out
know
of
whether
the.
his elbow is injured or he's been elbowed out of the team.
Point.
I don't honestly give a lot of credits to the stories that injured elbow. I don't know where it got injured because he's playing, right? And if it happened on the field, I'm not sure which point of time it happened. But Devon Conway being sent back, and then there was a lot of social media hype on that. Wrong hype because I did watch the video, and the headline said Devon Conway upset, breaks his helmet and breaks his bat. Nothing like that happened. I mean, he walked back, crossed the boundary line, and then threw his helmet and threw his bat down, which is normal.
Yeah, yeah,
Lot
yeah.
of batsmen do that when they are disappointed. So yes, he did. So therefore, he was disappointed. But that didn't mean that he was angry. Obviously, he was disappointed. He was not accelerating the score. He must have been angry at himself. कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ क्यों इतना रन रेट इतना बढ़ गया आस्किंग रेट मेरी वजह से तो obviously that anger is there. But I think these things, was it done with the captain's knowledge? Was Gaikwad even aware that this was happening? Because Jadeja walks out. If you saw that video, Jadeja walked out almost halfway to the pitch, and Devon Conway still not started on his way back because he hasn't been told. And then the umpire tells him that boss, आपको वापस जाना है क्योंकि आपको रिटायर किया गया है. तो किसने किसको क्या कहा? मुझे लगता है ये सारा जो ये हमेशा सीएसके में 3 साल से जब से एमएसडी स्टेप डाउन and you had Ravindra Jadeja in 2023 making a mess of everything, going off halfway. Last year was okay anyway, they didn't do well. This year now, Ruturaj Gaikwad and MSD again stepping back into his role as captain at the age of 43. I think, it doesn't sound good for the team, honestly, if you ask. या तो कोई टीम या तो ऐसा कोई हमें लगता है कि धोनी के बाद कोई है ही नहीं, हमारा कोई सक्सेशन प्लान ही नहीं है, कोई प्लान बी नहीं है, कोई प्लान सी नहीं है. गायकवाड़ चले गए तो आपने जो 3 साल पहले कप्तान थे जो रिटायरमेंट के वोज पे आपने उनको वापस खड़ा कर दिया, जो पिछले 3 मैच में परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाए. परफॉर्म किया होता तो भी हम सोचते चलो अब उम्र छोड़ो, परफॉर्म तो कर रहा है, वो भी नहीं हो रहा है. तो मुझे लगता है थोड़ा it's a bit hazy as to what actually happened. But I mean, it still have a team of wonderful players. I don't know. I mean, against KKR, but what do you think of the KKR team? I think they are on ascendancy. They lost this by 4 runs in the previous match.
Yeah, I mean, they are informed. I don't think they are lacking anything. They just need to pull up their socks because Quinton de Kock has Ajinkya Rahane. He has anchored the inning. He has showed ki और consistently. They have performed consistently. उनके पास नरेन है जो अभी तक उतने नहीं आए, but I'm still waiting for him to click. The day he clicks, I think KKR will put up a good score. Venkatesh Iyer has done a brilliant job in previous matches. और रिंकू सिंह भी आ गए आई थिंक ही स्कोर 99 इन 9 इनिंग्स तो आई थिंक
And
फिनिशर
last
एक
match he did
अच्छे
well. Last match he did 38 runs of 15. I think 15 deliveries, and that was good. So they missed the target only by 4 runs. And I think, when you have a target of what 238 or something, and you reach 234, it's not really a loss. It's almost a tie. And I think so they're on a high. I think they've come from a loss, but they've come from an adrenaline pumping high because that loss was like almost a win. And I think from that perspective, they're basically raring to go out there and avenging, and getting those 2 points, which are so critical for them now because I think they're 2 out of 5, lost three, 1, 2, so they don't want 2 out of 6 because that puts them right down. So I think for
योर वॉइस योर वॉइस
I was just reading that the first time Chennai has lost the four matches they brought just twice before, in 2010 when they won the championship, and in 2023 when they were at bottom of the table. So I think that losing 4 games at a trot is not really, is encouraging, or you're not full of enthusiasm. So where do you see this going today?
I don't see it going well for CSK with Ruturaj Gaikwad out. They are out of one person that was performing. He was consistent at least in his inning. So I think with him out, Chennai team is looking much more, उनके पास batsman opening नहीं है. उनके पास, they don't really have that strong experienced batsman. धोनी opening करने नहीं वाले हैं. He'll
Right.
come when he comes. So I think for now CSK is looking a little weaker in that sense कि
Yes.
कोलकाता के पास edge है. Because
Yes,
the
apart
kind
from
of,
being the captain, I agree. Ruturaj was one of the biggest run getters. Yeah.
yeah, and they don't really have anybody else क्योंकि like proper batsman नहीं है सारे. They have a lot of options, they have a lot of all rounders, but there's no in form proper batsman that can anchor the inning, that can take them ahead. I don't see
I mean,
anybody in this.
Rachin Ravindra hasn't really big. Conway is coming from a retired hurt scenario. Vijay Shankar hasn't played. Ravindra Jadeja, of course, is good. Shivam Dubey hasn't played to his potential. So they're all coming from a sort of muted
Yeah.
performance, and they need to really shore up their confidence, shore up their level of motivation to do something. Noor Ahmed has been bowling well, so hopefully
Yes.
he will be one of their main strikers. Ashwin has taken a few wickets, but has leaked runs, has given away runs massively. So his economic strike rate is, very bad. And I honestly all know, for people like Mukesh Chaudhary and Anshul Kamboj, and I think they're not very, very high class players. They are good in their own way, but at this level of cricket, I don't see them there all the time. So maybe Sam Curran has to, I don't know whether he's playing, but Sam Curran, if he's there in the team, could be a game changer because he has the ability. He hasn't performed in the past, so I would sense Sachin Ravindra as somebody whom I would look at if I'm supporting Chennai today, which I am, because you are not. Somebody needs to support Chennai. Somebody needs to support Chennai. I'm right there, trying to fight for a lost cause most likely. But I think Rachin Ravindra has to play today. He has to show his potential. Conway did well last time. Was slowing down later, so he was sent back. But he did his job initially. So he has the potential of coming through. Shivam Dubey can blast any attack. So I think these three four players need to step up. And because you're not having a very you have the spinners that Varun and Nareen, but otherwise, I don't think Harshit Rana and all Ramandeep Singhs of the world can be negotiated. It's not a big problem in terms of playing them because they don't have a few pacemen like a Michelle Stark who can disrupt your batting. So I think these three four frontline ESK batsmen they have to come to the party. Otherwise, it's curtains.
If I have to bet my money on somebody in CSK, I think it would be Rachin Ravindra and Noor Ahmed because they have been consistent throughout. Whether CSK lost or won, I think these two guys, they did their best and they showed why, they should be part of the team no matter what. तो उन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से खेला है, so definitely. For KKR, I think Varun Chakrabarti did amazing in the previous innings, and Ajinkya Rahane, he has shown his consistency. So I think I would go with those four of them as an impact player for today. How about you?
Yeah, I think yes. These people will be impact players, and I think they will play well. I think more importantly, I think the CSK bowling attack is not that weak with Noor Ahmed and
Yeah.
Khalil Ahmed also not doing badly, and Rachin Ravindra has a good slow delivery action and takes wickets sometimes. So again, I think Rahane, Deepak, these people will need to play because they can't take this CSK lightly. They
Yeah.
do. CSK does have great players out there. So whilst the normal performers will be performing, and I think your Ankrish Raghuvanshi, one of your favorites, I think he's been sort of last two matches a bit muted. He did play very well
पहले
in the
अच्छे
earlier match. He needs to live up to his potential. He's a fantastic batsman. He's something like our Priyansh,
प्रियांश यादव.
the the guy who hit the Arya, yeah, who hit the century the 2 nights ago, and he has a similar ability to play fearlessly. And I think he's in a very similar, they're sort of contemporaries, and he has that ability and the art and the skill and the timing to hit the ball out of the park. So I would think Ankrish to bump up the scoring rate towards the second half of the innings and in the initial part, of course, you have Ajinkya Rahane. having to play. If de Kock clicks like he did against Rajasthan Royals and made the 93 or 97, then there's a dynamic batting team over there.
Yeah.
Thala needs to play for CSK, I think, because with this with the captain going, the motivation levels have got to be brought back to normal levels, and only the new captain, the old new captain, can do it. So I call him old new captain. So
Mhm.
the old captain, I don't know. So so you need to probably make him step up to the plate. He's a motivator. He's led India out of so many difficult situations
Yeah.
as a country at the international level. This is the IPL, a microcosm of that. So I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni has to really come out and play out of his skin and motivate the guys around him and show that he's still that old Thala who has that thinking cap on and who's not going to be faced by one or two people going and trolling and people saying like the way I told him, and it's fine. People troll you. That doesn't matter. Where's your ability? If your ability is there, every troller will bow down before you. And I think that Hala has to show that today of all days, because 1 out of 5 is still not a losing proposition. 1 out of 6, you're out of the game. So I
Yeah.
think out of the top four. So I think crucial match for CSK to win. A little less crucial for KKR, but again crucial because 2 out of 5 and 2 out of 6 are different things altogether. And 3 out of 6 takes you up there. So I think for both the teams it's going to be a very very crucial encounter, and so we will see people playing playing to win, and it's not, and knowing Dhoni, he's going to be coming out there with his team running, jumping, attacking the ball. So let's hope that happens. And Ajinkya Rahane has proved that he's a fantastic captain, leads from the front. I
Yeah.
mean, what aggression! Amazing, amazing. If you have seen the metamorphosis of any cricketer, it's Ajinkya Rahane. If you saw him in Test cricket, slow, plays for 2 3 days, make 100 runs over 2 days, and then suddenly his entire, you know,
Yeah.
एक अलग ही
Shift.
बंदा दिखता है कि ये भाई तू वही है ना, तू ही अजिंक्य रहाणे है, कौन है तू?
Yeah. So today is a game between experience and aggression. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think gold versus gold. I mean, there is no old versus gold. I think these are all gold. These are all golden people of their eras or the current era. And I think if it's a good game of cricket, it doesn't matter who wins or loses.
Always.
You want
Definitely.
them to perform. You want them to perform to their potential. You want to see the beauty of cricket coming out. Them playing their game. Like yesterday, I was so happy. When that 52 for no loss at the end of 3 overs, I said, क्या हो रहा है? This is not cricket. ऐसे नहीं चलता है. ऐसे होता ही नहीं. आपने 3 ओवर डाल दिए, स्पिनर आ गए, अब 52 रन हो गए. अब
Yeah.
क्या होने वाला है? One sided and then one run out. And then
Yeah.
the entire thing changes, and you then just love watching the whole thing, and how you bounce back and how you hit back. Because that's what life is all about, right? That's what the lesson
Yes.
and I want youngsters to see this again and again and see how when it looked at everything is lost. Khatam. तो खत्म अब तो गया Phil Salt full form, Virat Kohli full form, your best spinners taken to the cleaners.
Yeah.
अभी तो खत्म हो गया. And then God gives you
You
that
see.
one chance, and then you
Yeah.
grab that chance, and then make the most out of it. I think super match yesterday,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think
Definitely.
so much to learn from there. And I think I hope today also Dhoni and Ajinkya, the two old bosses against each other, both smart, both wise, both aggressive, both know what they're doing, and a good team with them. Hopefully, it'll be a great matchup.
Yes, definitely. And I don't know. I really want Moeen Ali to play today, but then we cannot have more than three international players. पर मुझे रसल को भी खिलाना है, नरेन को भी खिलाना है, क्विंटन डिकॉक भी खेले और मोइन अली भी खेले.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
think Moeen Ali proved to be a good asset uh, for Kolkata in the bowling department as well as bowling, especially is bolstered when Nareen was sort of faltering and not living up to his potential. And I think Moeen has come in and filled that gap quite a few times. I'm not sure whether even if he comes, he might come in at the expense of a fast bowler. You never know because uh, you know. Uh, I was reading somewhere that when Thala is in full form, you don't want a fast bowler bowling at him because he rips fast bowlers apart. You want a slow bowler to come in and slow him down. So it's possible that if you're targeting Thala as wanting to control his batting, Ajinkya Rahane might bring in an extra spinner at the cost of a baseman. You never know. And Moeen Ali is an all-rounder. He bats also.
Yeah.
So you would probably strengthen your batting also in that manner. If he comes in at number three sometimes, then he can come at number eight. Or he's a all-weather guy. So I
True.
think, yeah, I mean, if maybe your wish might come true, you might see Moeen playing.
Hoping. So, what do you think would be the score today? I mean, average.
I think it's been a high scoring match, high scoring pitch. They're playing at the Chipok,
Yeah,
and Chipok has sort of
200, 200 plus.
yeah thrown up huge scores. So I sense again 180 plus it can't be below 180 to make a match out of it. But anything between 180 and 220 is a range that 220 of course you have a winning score. Very difficult to chase. Both the teams don't have that batting
Powerful.
depth. So the teams that are batting first makes the most out of the maybe a mediocre bowling attack or good luck or drop catches or whatever, and then makes that to reach in the 220. I think they are home, but otherwise to defend 180, 190, tough, but defendable. But it will be tough.
Yeah. I think anything above 180 puts a little bit of pressure. I mean, it makes it competitive, and above 200 puts
Absolutely,
a pressure on the other team, the chasing team. और वो
yes.
help करती है bowlers को, as long as they feel well. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Unlike,
I agree with you completely. And I think that there's the pressure that comes on you to reach that. You saw that yesterday at even 165. It was not easy. It's just that one man made the difference. KL Rahul made the difference. If you take KL Rahul away from the equation yesterday, then you have a problem, right? That then Delhi is not the king or dominating. It was KL Rahul, one
yeah.
man beating his chest. This is
Yes.
my home ground. I don't know whether you saw him at the end, and what he was saying was, "This is my
It's
home
me.
ground. You
Yeah.
can't beat me here, whichever team I'm playing for."
Yeah. वो
And
लास्ट मैच
that
पे
that
I don't
yeah,
know if it was like लास्ट मैच का गुस्सा निकाल रहे थे रिवेंज ले रहे थे I think Lucknow
maybe
played here and it was Mr. Goenka who was shouting at him वो याद आ गया होगा उनको it was
you're
crazy.
absolutely right. Maybe he was taking out that Gusaki, that's
Yeah.
me, this is me, this is what I can do. And I
Yes.
think he was brilliant. So I think it's not easy to chase 180. It wasn't easy yesterday at 165, and even Bangalore where the batting was a good track. It was a very tricky track. थोड़ा सा इतना नहीं था. लेकिन फिर भी if you take out Rahul, they struggled. So I think here also 180 plus is good. And if the first शुरू में जैसे 39 for 3 जैसा हो गया, so then you have everything opened up.
Okay then good luck देखते हैं aggression जीत
Let's
गया
see, and
तो फिर
let's hope for a very very good match between I
yeah.
think Dhoni versus Dhani.
Yes. And friends, we have our contest ongoing. Today is the last second day. Tomorrow will be the last day for your entry. Sunday को हम winner announce करेंगे. So look at our video, dugout drop, and answer the question. Comment करो, WhatsApp करो, Instagram पे भेजो, जहाँ पे भी भेजो है भेजो, but भेजो. And the main reason is you have to answer why. You don't just give us the answer. एक नाम नहीं देना है, क्यों वो भी बताना है. कि क्यों कोई कौन सा प्लेयर आपको लगता है कि बेस्ट सीईओ बन सकता है करंट आईपीएल 2025 के स्क्वाड्स में से कोई भी टीम में से अक्रॉस ऑल टीम्स सो पिक योर प्लेयर आस्क योर फ्रेंड्स टू जॉइन एंड विन एक्साइटिंग कैश प्राइज ऑफ 2500 rupees. It's an easy
Choose
one.
well, answer well, and give the right rationale. We'll see
Yes.
where it takes.
Yeah. Okay then. See you tomorrow.
All right,
Good luck.
then we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, and all the best to both teams.
Yes. Bye.